Ladies and gentlemen, we're back live. It's TFP 5 Level Up, and it's come time for the first of our 3 title bouts on this evening's card. This particular bout, 3 by 3 minute rounds, Pro-Am rules, and it's for the middleweight WMO South African Championship. At this time, it's to welcome to the ring the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner with the blue trunks, weighing in at 69.8 kilograms with a record of 7 wins and 3 losses. Fighting out of Nakeng Muay Thai, please welcome Paul Kombol. And his opponent making the first defense of his championship tonight, fighting out of the red corner with the red trunks, weighing in at 71.85 kilograms with a record of 4 wins and a single loss. Fighting out of Thaiholics, the reigning and defending World Muay Thai South African middleweight champion, Isghaack Ebrahim. As I mentioned in the announcement, the first of 3 title bouts that we have on tonight's card. World Muay Thai Organization South African Middleweight Championship is on the line. Isghaack Ebrahim making the first defense of his strap up against Paul Kombol, who really impressed in his last outing here at TFP, where he fought an eliminator to get to this position tonight. 3 rounds, 3 minutes, Pro-Am rules. What do you foresee in the future of these 2 fighters, Carl Bergman?
Well, one thing I definitely know about this fight is going to be fireworks. I know both guys have, they're similarly sized, and, obviously the weight doesn't account for much, but both of them have very different styles. Izzy's a guy who likes to move around a lot, pick his shots as he's on the move. Paul likes to come forward in that traditional Muay Thai style. Good with, just being in your face, putting on that pressure, which is something that Izzy might not like in this fight. So it's going to be interesting to see how he handles that. Maybe start looking for leg kicks when they come in, looking for body shots. He needs to be as effective and clinical as possible, because Paul is a bit of a stalker coming down the line.
I spoke to Issy, and I'm just going to refer to him as Issy from now on, if you don't mind. I spoke to Issy earlier, and he said that this has been, although a tough weight cut, much better, because he's had the use of 2 good legs in his previous fight where he won the strap. He had a bit of a knee problem. It affected him being able to get on the road and do road work. He had to do cycling on a stationary bike to get his cardio in. Now he's been able to do some running. He's had a much better weight cut, and he looked really, really good on the scales yesterday. He didn't look like he was drawn. He looked good, and he looks good to retain his title tonight, but it's not going to be easy. Paul Kombol, tough as they come, out of Nakeng Muay Thai.
Yeah, and Izzy, I think, was on weight like before he needed to be, like maybe a few days, so no big cut for him. He came in on weight and, feeling healthy and strong, so it's going to be good to see what the guys can do at peak performance here.
I'm really looking forward to this. Paul Kombol, he's again one of those assassins that doesn't show a lot of emotion, and he loves standing in the pocket, and he loves exchanging, and looks can be deceiving.
And also a fighter that was off the circuit for a while, came back at TFP 4, I think it was. Had a great fight, title eliminator, earned him the shot against Izzy. And you can see game ready to get going.
Jean-Ray Blaine, the referee for this championship bout, as we go to the tail of the tape. 179.5 for Isghaack Ebrahim, 181 centimeters for Paul Kombol. Reach a 2 centimeters difference to the good for Isghaack Ebrahim. Final instructions from head coach Nicholas Radley of Thaiholics. Paul doesn't need to talk to anybody. He knows what's going on. He knows the challenge ahead of him. And what's really great is that both of these fighters have had one fight this year coming into this. It's not as though you got somebody who's wildly more experienced than the other.
Yeah, for sure.
In fact, Paul Kombol is the guy with the more experience, 7-3. 7 wins and 3 losses versus 4-1 from Ebrahim.
This being the first time that Izzy's defending this belt as well, you know, there's a lot of pressure in on that, but I think he just wants to get in there, throw down, show that he had a good camp, and make his team proud. He's going to need to control where this fight goes if he wants to do that though, so he's going to need to make sure that he keeps Paul at bay, looks for those teeps early on, lands a big leg kick there. See, that's exactly what we said. The way Paul just comes forward, he stalks. You know, he walks in incrementally and gets into the space that he wants to be in, and then starts looking for those shots, picking his shots.
He's also the kind of guy who can come back from behind, so you can't count him out until the fight is over.
Yeah. So far, Izzy just doing well, stay on the outside. He's picking his shots quite well, but he needs to be careful that he doesn't allow Paul to come in there. Already a big welt on the side of Paul's body.
Ebrahim's a smooth operator. You know, the one thing that I was very impressed in about his last performance is the way that he uses that teep, but he's not afraid to use it from a close distance either.
Yeah, and he's like got some wiry technique, you know, you've got a lot of feints on him and he likes to move around. So he keeps you guessing, makes you come forward and then picks the shot from there. And that's what makes these teeps so effective, is that he doesn't usually do it pushing forward, he makes you come forward and use your own momentum against you. Catches his kick there, half a sweep.
Paul Kombol is an electrician by trade, looking for the shock tonight in this title fight.
First time we're seeing the guys getting in the clinch here.
Good use of the elbow inside by Paul Kombol.
Yeah, Izzy needs to make sure he traps that arm, doesn't allow it to move. He's got some stabbing knees as he put into use here. Paul's still looking for that outside elbow. Big knees himself.
Yeah, the stomach is starting to redden.
Good work from both guys.
And a little pop of the jab on the way out from Isghaack Ebrahim.
You can see that determination in his face. He's locked in. Paul stalking forward. Last minute of the round. I'd like to see maybe Izzy using his hands as well, just popping that jab out just to remind Paul that he's got hands as well, not just looking to rely only on that teep and that low kick.
Kombol happy to walk forward and try and hunt down Ebrahim. He was also happy to just not engage right now, throwing the odd kick here and there.
There's that jab to low kick set up, checks a kick on the outs.
I think both these guys are conserving their energy levels really well. We could have a very interesting third round.
Yeah, you can see they're both tacticians, you know, technical fighters. I see Wade Hammond in the background having his first celebrity beer.
Ebrahim happy to use all of the ring available to him. He's not looking for an out-and-out war.
And this is a big ring as well, 7x7. Guys have lots of space to move. You know, when we train at the gym in Thaiholics, we use a 4x4 meter ring, and we usually have about 3 or 4 teams sparring in there at the same time. You know, the guys learn to be able to move in a small space. As soon as you have this big space, it becomes actually quite easy to manage the range and to get out the way when you need to. Crew Nicholas Radley in the corner, looking to set up longer distance. I think he's telling Izzy to hit that inside leg to feint, drop down, and maybe look for the kick.
Just discovered somebody stole my wine gums, my party pack. I knew there were jackals around me, and I think it's one of my friends. Oh yeah, I see him in the back there. He's holding it up. Okay. Right, so no wine gums for the rest of the evening for me.
Just whining.
He stole my sweets.
All right, Paul looking ready and prime. Izzy steps to the center as well. John Blaine getting us on the way for round number 2. Izzy opens with a checked kick from Paul. There's some of those feints that we saw Nick was showing, maybe to show him, just keep him at bay. Show the feints, look for whatever opens up from that. Nice big teep there. Check kick again. There he feinted, step in with a nice teep as well. You can see Paul as well slowly getting into his rhythm. Nice combination, nice flurry there from Izzy. Landed the shots up top and finished with a nice body kick. Little switch stance, has him thinking about what's coming next. I think a more effective strike rather for him at the moment, rather than trying to get that inside leg kick, would maybe be to stab a teep down.
I was just thinking that, yeah, Paul sticks his leg out long enough for you to get a good purchase on the inside leg kick.
Yeah, and he's quick enough to move out the way when Izzy's going for that inside leg kick. Accidental shot to the groin there. So Paul's elbow pad also slipping down. Minute 40 to go in the round. Izzy starting to dial in. We're going to start seeing some combination opening up.
So calm, the face of both of these fighters. You know, you got to think that eventually Kombol's going to have to try and hit the button if he really wants this title, and he's going to have to do something drastic.
Yeah, and one of the things he needs to start doing is start squaring off the ring, because at the moment he's just chasing Izzy as Izzy bounces around. If he just takes a step in either direction that Izzy's going, you'll be able to square him off and maybe land some kicks in the direction that he's going to.
Ebrahim very much the matador here. Paul Kombol playing the part of the bull.
And Izzy also happy to attack on the outside, you know. It's something that works for him because Paul is stalking forward. It's giving him that opportunity to bounce out, hit the kick, and then move away again.
And the damage
Paul a little bit more static. And then if he lands these combination flurries, you can see his hands starting to shake now. He's getting ready to unload. Just needs to be careful he doesn't drop his hands for those kicks coming in. If Paul decides to change levels, he'll find a way to catch him there.
Kombol's legs are starting to look quite chewed up. Veins are showing on the left-hand side, on the outside of his leg.
Yeah, and the cumulative effect of that, you know, the fact that he was stalking in the beginning and he's still doing it, but it's going to slow him down quite a bit.
And a big bruise on his right-hand leg as well.
Ooh, Izzy avoids that kick there. Paul spins right through. Shake of the head. I think you'll see a big teep here as well. Nice teep from Paul down to the leg. Izzy looks for the teep, happy to throw combination flurries again. Paul coming with a little bit more power, sticks the hand over the right.
Seems to be systematically breaking Kombol down.
Yeah, and he's using those peppering shots. You know, it's frustrating because you don't really know where they're coming from, but even if it's not a big shot, you're getting hit, sort of frustrating you, stopping your rhythm, and also not allowing you to anticipate what comes next. You know, if there's a big kick coming through, Paul's still trying to avoid the headshots and then gets a big body shot on the kick or down to the leg. And we start to see that as it's piling up on the body. Nick Bradley seems to be indicating a setup feint into some elbows here, so maybe we'll start seeing him unload a bit in closer distance.
And it's been an incremental increase in pressure coming from Ebrahim with each round, showing a few more combos, and I'm kind of thinking, you know, is he going to go and close out the show? He's going to start throwing all of those combos, showing us everything that he has.
Liam Harrison triple kick to the leg there as well. So what he's doing is basically busy allowing Paul to come in. He's stepping back, and as he gets himself in the pocket, he fires off. If he squares up against the rope, he knows to put the kick in and then move around. So he's busy, you know, like you said, he's playing matador. He's letting Paul come in, and he's busy dictating the pace of the fight at the same time. That's easy, I mean. Third and final round
Of the first of our 3 title bouts this evening.
Paul, what he needs to maybe do is actually start loading combos of himself. So he needs to actually get stuck in, throw the hands, start maybe with the right straight, you know, give himself that reach without allowing Izzy to move out of the pocket. Izzy doing a good job though, you know, using all that space to good effect. Bouncing around, playing with the space at the same time, making Paul come to him and then stabbing a shot.
See, now it's positions like that where he has Ebrahim somewhat stationary that Kombol's got to try and make it count.
Yeah, he needs to show a bit of that urgency. I mean, he worked hard to get there and get this title fight, and he needs to make sure that if he's going to do it, this is the time now in the third round. He needs to look for a big drop and maybe look for getting a 10-8 round, because I think he's behind on the cards at the moment.
I'd say he's definitely behind on the cards at the moment.
Listen to his coach calling for a left-right hook here. So in other words, put the power on, go for a knockout, or at least to drop him. But Izzy, you can see by the determination on the face, he's keyed in. You know, he's pretty much seeing everything as it's coming, and then just moving out the way. Paul, you can see the frustration on Paul's face as well. It's like he doesn't really have an answer for the style of fighting that Izzy's got. You know, in Paul's last fight, he stood and traded, and you know his opponent was willing to stand with him. But Izzy's not going to put himself in that position when he doesn't have to.
He hasn't put himself in harm's way. He's fought very clinically. He's breaking him down from the outside. He's not getting stuck in wild exchanges.
And that's, I guess, what you want to see from a champion. They don't necessarily have to put themselves in danger, and they don't need to.
Issy Miyagi putting on a clinic here in his championship defense.
Oh, just misses a big up knee to the face.
You know, there's that old adage, once you have a belt around your waist, you're 10% better than where you were the first time that you got it. And he's certainly looking like he's 10 to 15% better than he was when he won the belt.
Well, of course, also because when you've had under 10 fights, every fight is worth more than 10%, right? Go for the big sweep here. He's got the catch.
Tell which one of us has a doctorate.
None of us, yet. Another 20 seconds for Izzy. He just needs to outlast here. I think he's done enough to take the victory from Paul's hands. Little sneaky elbow, little knee. Now we're seeing a little bit of urgency from Paul. This is what we should have seen early in the round, to clinch him up, go for big shots. Might be a little bit too late now though. And that concludes the first of our title matches. The champion, Izzy, raises his hands, hugging in the corner, left in the judges' hands, and we'll see what's happening here.
Ladies and gentlemen, handing over the belt will be the co-president of the South African Muay Thai organization, Clint Walters, and handing over the hamper from our sponsors of Endurate. Thank you very much for rewarding the winning fighter with these prizes. As we go to the judges' scorecards after 3 rounds of action, your winner coming by way of unanimous decision victory, and still the South African Muay Thai organization middleweight champion, Isghaack Ebrahim.